We are live. Burr, 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 burr. Just need to pull up the roster. The second game of the day. This one should be a good one as well. This one has potential to be, at least. There we go. Got the roster. All set. Yeah, the game earlier, the first game of the day, it turned out to be really good. So I'm hoping this one's similar. Until the game kicks off, I'm also just going to pull up the Panther game. Do a little pregame show with that. As we got like 13 minutes until the game kicks off, so we got time. Alright, cool. Third period just started. Just don't lose in regulation. How's everyone's day been? Oh, come on. Game kicks off in about 12 minutes. In the meanwhile, I have the Panther game on because it's the final two games of the season, and this one's important to try to pass Boston in the seeding. So. Fuck. I expect this game between Memphis and Birmingham. I expect Birmingham to kind of walk away with it. Adrian Martinez is getting the start today for Birmingham, which is interesting. I do kind of like that decision to go that route with it. We will see. Yeah, 10 minutes. I'm getting a Culver's commercial. I think they're opening one near me. Never had it though. I don't really get a lot of fast food anymore. Yeah, this is Birmingham's first home game of the season. So I'm curious to see the attendance in the Arlington game. There was about I think there was like 8,300 fans in attendance for that one, which yeah, it's less than week 1, but it's still not terrible. It's about how well the USFL teams do attendance wise. Birmingham might do closer to the 10K plus range. Kickoff is moments away. And again, and in the meanwhile, until we get the kickoff, you're going to be seeing subtle reactions to the Panther game, as that's going on currently. Once the game starts, it will have my the Stallions and Showboats will have my focus. Just till now, until then. If you missed it early, it was announced that Adrian Martinez is getting the start today. That's going to be interesting to see how that changes Birmingham's style. They run a 2 QB system, and the idea is you want to start off strong with it, so you have something to build off of. They're thinking Martinez can be that strong starter for them. I still expect to see Matt Corral, but if Martinez can get into a rhythm going, maybe it's a sign to move away from the 2 QB system. Who knows? Yeah, this is the Stallions' first home game of the season. This crowd can be up there for one of the better crowds in the league, because Birmingham has that reputation for success. 7 minutes out from kickoff. Yeah. I'm definitely with Adrian Martinez getting the start. They can definitely handle that opening drive a lot differently. As the Stallions are exiting the tunnel, being led out by an actual Stallion. Pretty cool having a live mascot. I know there ain't other fucking shit going on in Alabama. I mean, oh wait, never mind. Today was the Alabama spring game. That's where everyone was. All right, so maybe this crowd won't be as usual rocking. I completely yeah. Of course, the Alabama spring game is today. That's probably why. I mean, it's still a decently packed stadium, but probably not nowhere near what. Probably not as full as they would have expected. Fucking hell, Darasenko. Okay, no, they got a really solid crowd there for this opener. That's cool. Oh shit, they're giving out the rings today. Alex Mago of the Green Bay Packers, who played with the Stallions last year, getting his USFL championship ring. Yeah, today should be an interesting one. Tonight should be an interesting one. We've seen from the UFL so far that these games can really go either way. That is a massive fucking banner for Birmingham. Okay, that's cool. Oh, because now they finally have their own stadium. They dropped a banner for both 2022 and 2023. That won't be there come college season though. Damn, got all the festivities out today. Okay. At least Fox is showing all the festivities for this. Which I like. This is Birmingham's first proper home game. USFL 2022 used Birmingham as a hub city, so it was like a home stadium for them, but not fully. Last year there was two hub cities, one in, I believe at least, I think it was one was in Detroit. The other might have been like in Philadelphia, I think. Yeah, so this is like the first proper home game for Birmingham. National anthem taking place. We're a few minutes away from kickoff. Birmingham looking to extend to 3-0, keep the undefeated record. Memphis looking to shock the world. Memphis are 7-point dogs. So like a 7-point spread in this one. People are expecting Birmingham to handle business handedly. No way a Buffalo player just got ejected. All right. Again, I have until kickoff happens, which is about like another minute or so. I have the Panther game up. It's going on at the same time. It's a big one for the Cats. So that's what that reaction is. They're playing the Sabres right now. It's also the screen I have the roster on. So like in between commercials and like in between the quarters, until that game ends, it would be where will have my attention. But as long as there's plays happening on the field in Birmingham, my eyes are there. Don't worry. Oh damn, the 5-minute major. Damn, Cats gonna be on a long power play. Okay. Yeah, how's everyone's night so far? The game earlier today was nice. Came down to the wires. We'll love to see that for the UFL. This game maybe not exactly down to the wire, but who knows? With the way Memphis defenses and their style of offense like to play, being more methodical, taking their time with everything, might be able to see something special happen tonight. Kickoff is just a few short moments away. What do you mean your own player blocked a shot? Okay. So I think Memphis is going to be getting the ball first. I think that's what I saw. Yeah, Alex Mago, now he's currently with the Green Bay Packers, played for Birmingham in 22 and 23. He's in the building tonight. Again, like this, first true proper home game for Birmingham. Again, they've used Birmingham as a hub city in the past, but with it being hub city, you don't get a true home game feel. You get that today. Yeah, Memphis will be getting the ball first. So Chris Blewett is ready to kick it away. It's going to be returned from inside the 10 and gets to about the 35, 36-ish yard line. That was Trey Williams on the return. So Case Cookus is taking the field for the first drive of the game. I'm expecting Birmingham to handle business. I think it will be closer than the 7-point spread that it was. But I still think Birmingham is going to pretty much handle business. Probably be a little low scoring as well, just because of how both of these teams' defenses are. As Cook is looking to throw, and he's going to be sacked instantly on the first play of the game. Sacked back near the 32-ish yard line. That is Jonathan Garvin getting Birmingham's defense starting out right. Just blew right past the right tackle. Cook has had no time in the pocket. So now 2nd and 13, a 3-yard sack. That is the 10th sack today for Birmingham. Michigan gave up 7 last week as Cook is going to hand it off. Going to lose a yard, maybe 2. That was TJ Neal. No, not TJ Neal. Darius Victor on the carry. No, it's Titus Sween. So nothing going for Memphis' offense. And if they're going to keep this game close, they're going to need to have their offense clicking with the standard like methodical style. But in 3rd and 14, they need to get it back into the air and hope their O-line can give Cookus enough time. He's in shotgun back to his left. Birmingham showed press, now falling back. Cookus looking to throw. stepping up, and he's going to be sacked again. Jonathan Garvin already 3 plays into the game. He has 2 sacks. And Memphis is going to punt on a 3 and out. That's kind of what I was expecting. Memphis might be playing a very, very long fielding game. Cook has had someone over the middle, just wasn't really looking there. So 4th and 18, sending out the punter. Punt gets off clean. The return's going to begin from inside the 20. It's a hell of a punt. It's going to be returned to 28-yard line-ish. Amari Rogers on the return, and Adrian Martinez getting the start today. Here's the thing: Memphis's O-line has played well so far this year. It is just Birmingham's defensive line is that good. Again, they had 7 sacks against Michigan last week. They have a very solid defensive line. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left. Motion to back to the right through receiver's right. Going to do a quick screen, and it's batted away. Try to get the screen going. Nothing comes out of it. Is Quentin Meeks. Batting the ball away. So Martinez back in shotgun, back to his right. Motion to back to the left. Going to look to throw. Thrown over the middle and intended for Amari Rogers. He was not ready for the ball. And it kind of just sails past him. So 3rd and 10. $12 minutes left in the first. Birmingham so far this season of 46% on 3rd down. So Martinez in shotgun, back to his right. Amari Rogers motioning out to his right. Looking to throw. Thrown over the middle. Just caught and going to be tackled about the plus 49. Gets past the 50. So a big 3rd down pickup there. Yeah, I expect Birmingham to find a way to win tonight. I just don't think I just think it'll be closer. Memphis has a really good defense, and they can get shit going. So in shotgun, back to his left, motion to back to his right, 3 receivers to the right, going to hand it off. Flag on the play. So we will see. The run went for minimal gain. It is going to be offsides on Memphis. So it will be 1st and 5. So now in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Martinez going to hand it off. Trying to work the right side. Gets about 3 yards to CJ Marable on the carry. So it will be 2nd and short. In shotgun, back to his right. Two receivers to each side. Back motion into the left. Martinez looking to throw. Gonna throw one down the field and overthrows his intended target of Marlon Williams. So far, accuracy. He has made some. His 3 throws in. It's hard to judge. Matt Corral does have his helmet on and waiting on the sideline to get his call, get his name called. As again, Birmingham uses the 2 QB system. 3rd and 2. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left. Motioning a receiver to the left, going to keeping himself on a read option, has room up the middle, breaks 1 tackle, stumbling forwards inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line. Big chunk on 3rd down to pick up the first. And Adrian Martinez is on the move with his specialty. Yep, faked an end around, and he had plenty of space up the middle. So now 1st and 10, ball on the 19-yard line, under center. Martinez going to play action, looking to throw. Has time in the pocket, going to break pocket, roll out right, and just throws it away. Now throws it to CJ Marable, who's going to catch it on the sideline. I thought that was just a throwaway for a second. But they pick up about 5. Risky throw and catch, but it works. Under center again, going to hand it off this time to CJ Marable. He's going to get close to the first, might give it to him. And yeah, Martinez's mobility and his speed is a massive piece to his Birmingham offense. I want to see, because for the most part, when he runs it, it's mainly design QB runs or those read options up the middle. And that's the case with a lot of teams in the UFL. I want to see him on some more naked bootlegs. I want to see him want to see more plays that are designed to roll him out and throw the ball instead of just keeping it himself, or he only rolls out when the play's broken. On 3rd and 1, they're going to hand it off right side. Marable picks up the first down and gets down to about the 6. So Birmingham having a really solid first drive in this one. As again, Memphis's defense is a tough defense. Under center again, going to hand it off, trying to get something going up the middle, and it gets stuffed, no gain. It'll be 2nd and goal from about the 6. So like in this situation, you're inside the 10. Utilize the mobility you have in Martinez. Get him out into space. Allow him to make people miss potentially, run it himself. Or just by having him rolling out, you can force the defense to step up and create something open towards the back of the end zone. Let's see, in shotgun back to his left. Martinez going to keep it himself. Going to throw it over the middle, incomplete. Just stationary in the pocket. That was intended for Kevin Austin, and it will be 3rd and goal. Six minutes left in the first. Ball on the 6-yard line. So in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left, motion in the back left, gonna look to throw. Throw it over the middle, tipped at the line, and caught to a wide open Jay Sternenberg. Wow, how lucky was that? Ball was tipped in the line and floated in the air right to a wide open receiver. And that's how Birmingham takes the early lead. Wow. Just insane luck there. Martinez looking right, trying to throw it over the middle. Bounces off the head of one of the linemen, and Sternenberg wide open in the end zone. That was totally intentional. So going for 2 points from the 5 in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers right, motioning the back to the left. Martinez going to pump fake, throw it over the middle, tipped and intercepted inside the 5. So the conversion try is no good, and it'll be a 6-0 game as Memphis is going to get the ball back, hoping for a lot better of an offensive drive than how they started it. Jeez, how lucky is that for for the first touchdown of the game? Is that Memphis, their first drive? See, sacked twice, a -1 yard rush. Their offensive line needs to step it up a little bit if they're going to have any sort of chance in this one. Damn, Panther game still has a commercial as well at the same time. Yeah, during commercials, I mentioned this before the game started, during commercials, because this game matters a lot for seeding for the Florida Panthers. It's going to be on in the background. As there's a Mr. T Skechers commercial going on right now, so they're not missing anything. Oh. Come on, just gain control of the puck somewhat well inside the O zone. Just don't lose in regulation, and all should be fine. You keep your hopes up a little longer for the division. It's still a commercial. Not missing anything, don't worry. Wide. Alright. So again, Birmingham, successful first drive of the game. Their defense also had an incredibly successful first drive. Now, Memphis needs to turn shit around. Memphis's offense is never going to be a flashy one. It's a methodical style that can move the ball effectively while killing the clock. They're going to need to be a little bit more of a flashy offense if they're going to stand a chance in this one. As Chris Blewett is on the field to send it away. Their return is going to start from the 5-yard line and is going to get out past the 30, try to find some kind of space, gets past the 35, tackled about the 39. So pretty solid starting field position for Memphis and Case Cookus. 2.2 seconds on the first sack on the first play of the game. On the second sack, he had a little more time with 3.6, but it's still going to be tough to get a functioning offense going when you give up sacks 2 seconds into a play. But under center, back in the backfield, Cook is making adjustments at the line. Going to play action, looking to pass. Bliss gets picked up well, and then it doesn't. He is sacked. once again, and he's a little shaken up. Oh, he is limping pretty bad. Kind of grabbed his left knee. That was, I think, Carlos Davis on the sack, but 3 dropbacks, 3 sacks. Yeah, it was number 96, Carlos Davis on the sack. You drop 3 dropbacks, 3 sacks. Like, what is this offensive line? Cook is looking back to throw again. Throws this one quick to the left side to Sage Surratt. Might have gotten the yardage back from the sack, but it's going to be 3rd and long either way. Oh, yeah. Cookus, man. That might have been a fumble, but that's 2 plays ago. 3rd and 11. You've dropped back 4 times, been sacked twice. Man in motion, Cook is in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers now lined up to the right. Birmingham sending a blitz. Cook is throwing it over the middle, overthrows an open receiver to a receiver who's in double coverage, and it falls short, incomplete. Cook is looking towards the sideline like, what the fuck you want me to do? I got no time back here. As it's going to be another 3 and out. Yeah, there was like 2 defenders in his face as he was trying to throw a deep curl to Dawood Davis. Overshoots it. And now, yeah, Cookus gets hit kind of late. Just a very rough start to this Memphis offense. So the punting unit is on. Birmingham's return will start at the 15, and it gets to about the 25. So a chance to start the workings of blowing this one open, as the Stallions offense is ready to take the field once again, and they're heading to commercial. And the Cats are going to OT, because of course they are. Yeah. I can't. Birmingham's D-line, again, it played really well against Michigan last week, having 7 sacks. They might have 10 plus today. This Memphis O-line is not looking anywhere close to the O-line we saw the past 2 weeks. But I don't know what adjustments you make if you're Memphis. I mean, obviously you want to get the ball out quicker. But I mean, they can still get pressure in about 2 seconds. It's tough to make the adjustments you have to make here are less get the ball out quicker. Is more just hope so. It's less reading the defense quicker. It's more God, just find someone open. Right, back from commercial. I believe Adrian Martinez will be the quarterback of this drive. It seems like Birmingham is a 2-drive switch style of 2 QB system. So yeah, Martinez is going to be the quarterback for this drive. 3:33 left in the first. Yeah, DC's comeback earlier today, that was impressive. that showed the style of offense I want DC to play more consistently. As Martinez, 5 wide, alone in the backfield, going to look to throw. Throw into an open receiver, going to be about a gain of 9. I believe that was Dion Kane on the reception. It was. So yeah, Birmingham back-to-back USFL champions, trying to make it 3 straight champion. As Martinez is in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the left as well, going to hand it, no, keep it on, and fumble the ball. Recovered by Memphis at about the 41. Martinez would have gotten the first down. Instead, he fumbles it, going to be recovered by John Atkins. And Memphis is going to have great starting field position to begin their next drive. They're going to need their defense to make some plays for their offense. If the offense can't get much going, yep, the beautifully timed peanut punch by Malik Lawai. And Memphis getting something good. Now they need their offense to get something going. As we're instantly back to a commercial, by the way. You have 2 plays and send us to a commercial. Thank you, Fox. Really appreciate it. So it's still a commercial. Because I don't know why we even went to commercial in the first place, but here we are. And now we're getting a Papa John's commercial. Cool. Like you have 2 plays, and then you send us to okay, Fox, whatever. What's this commercial for? Just a Visit Birmingham commercial. Okay. All right. Back from commercial. Memphis having good starting field position for their 3rd drive of the game. Again, you need to get something on this drive. And yeah, Martinez just read the read option wrong. He should have kept it. It wouldn't have gotten much anyway. It's like he would have gotten the first if he just didn't fumble. But that's the issue. He fumbled. So now ball on the plus 41 for Memphis. First time having a ball past the 50. Case Cook is looking to throw. Going to throw it quick to the left side. Going to be caught for a gain of about 6. And that is Jonathan Adams on the reception. As the Cats win in overtime. Fantastic. Now see Boston to lose. So 2nd and 4. Cook is alone in the backfield in a shotgun. They got Birmingham to jump, and they're not going to give him a free play. But it will be a first down for Memphis. But I wish they would have given him a free play. You have neutral zone infraction on Birmingham. Going to be enough to give Memphis the first down. So now 2:10 left in the first. First and 10 after the neutral zone infraction. Ball going to be, I think, inside the 30 now. Cook is alone in the backfield in the shotgun looking to throw. Throws it out right to Sage Surratt. Going to get past the 25 to about the 27-yard line. So it'll be a second and short. And Memphis needs to take full advantage of this field position they have. Need to get in the end zone. Cannot afford to just kick a field goal. We need to get in the end zone and at least tie this game. So now 2nd and 2, a minute 40 left in the first. Cook is under center, back in the backfield. Man in motion. Going to play action pass, looking to throw. Throwing a wheel route and just outside of Dawood Davis. I get the intent of it being a back shoulder throw, but he had space in front of him. You properly lead him normally, that could be a touchdown. Instead, he throws it back shoulder, and Dawood Davis could not adjust to the throw. So it will bring up 2nd down. Just unfortunate. 3rd and 2, my bad. 3rd down. Cook is alone in 5 wide. Going to look to throw. Birmingham sending a blitz. Thrown over the middle. It is caught and has plenty of space. That is Vinny Papale for the Memphis touchdown to tie the game. Right before the end of the first, Memphis comes up big. It was just simple slant route. Simple slant route, taking advantage of the linebacker blitz sent by Birmingham. And yeah, he was untouched all the way to the end zone. So now going for a 1-point try from the 2-yard line. In shotgun back to his left. Cook is going to play action, looking to throw. Gets rid of it somehow while wrapped up with a defender, but just throws it out of the back of the end zone incomplete. It's going to be a 6-6 game when Birmingham sees the ball next. So after that fumble on the previous drive for Birmingham, I would and plus the fact that it was 2 drives for Adrian Martinez, I'm going to expect Matt Corral to come back out to get his first drive going. Again, Birmingham running the 2 QB system. They do typically 2 drives each and then alternate from there. I'm not a fan of the 2 QB system. I think it throws off the rhythm of an offense. It's been working so far for them today, or not just working so far for them this season. So we'll have to see. But yeah, for the most part, I do like. For the most part, I don't like a 2 QB system. I just think, again, I like when the offense needs some kind of like rhythm going to it, and yeah, you can find that rhythm in a 2 QB system, but it's tougher because the quarterbacks have different cadences, they have different ways to throw, they have different locations where they like the ball to be placed, or where they like to throw in certain situations. Having that differences is definitely not the best thing. Let's see. Yeah, Boston's about to face off against Pittsburgh soon. I'll just keep up to see with the CBS Sports app for that one. Yeah, not much going up from around the world of sports because there's no NBA today. Because they're setting up for a all-in tomorrow, including like, why are the games only from start times only from 1 to 3:30 tomorrow? You have pretty much an entire day to yourself, NBA. Why are you scheduling these games so fucking weirdly? Anyway. Still a commercial, just had a Wendy's commercial, so not missing much. All right, back from commercial. They're showcasing the discussion between Martinez and I believe Skip Holtz is the head coach of Birmingham. The conversation after the fumble. As Martinez has his helmet on the sideline, but again, I would expect to see Matt Corral for this third drive. As Memphis and Matt Coughlin are ready to send this one away. Return's going to begin from inside the 20 and going to get to about the 32-yard line, 31 maybe, and that is where Birmingham's next drive will start from. As they're talking the touchdown play over with Case Cookus, it seems. No, they're talking over the failed wheel route that he had. Yeah, he was throwing back shoulder on that wheel route. If he throws it more so like along the path of the route, it's probably a touchdown there. But they do get it on the very next play, so it works either way. I mean, yeah, but that's every situation where like a coordinator is going to gamble on 3rd and 2. Like you, especially since you already have 3 sacks today, and you clearly were able to get the pressure. I understand the blitz call there. Maybe not from up the middle. Maybe you wanted to maybe do an outside blitz on that instead. But again, I do understand the blitz call on that 3rd and 2. But it's just when you leave the middle of the field open, you open yourself up to that kind of just quick slant touchdown. As are they redoing the kickoff? What's yeah, they're redoing the kickoff, I guess. Okay. I guess they call it a false start or something on Memphis. Now kicking off from the 15. Return starting from the 20. And it's going to be out past the 40, 45. Upended at around the 48, maybe the 49-yard line. So Martinez is still in the game as the Birmingham quarterback. I guess I want to give him one more full drive. But with 43 seconds left in the first and a 52-yard advantage for Birmingham, this game still being tied is not where they want to be sitting at. So Martinez in shotgun back to his right, going to hand it off, trying to get something going toward the left side. Has space, going to get about keeps fighting for the first down, getting up about 11 on the play. Nice hard fought run, especially towards the end of it. That was Ricky Person on the carry. And I will say Ricky Person has been a surprise to see how well he's been playing so far this season. He's running angry. So 1st and 10, ball on the 41-yard line. Martinez looking to throw. Has time, throws her way down the field. Has a man, touchdown Birmingham. That was Marlon Williams on the reception. And he just blew past the defense. Had a nice win. Found a window. And Birmingham answers immediately to retake the lead. Great pass by Martinez. Again, just found a window in the defense deep and took full advantage of it. So with 2 seconds left in the first, Birmingham takes the lead. We will see how they handle the conversion try. Going for two from the 5 yard line. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left, moving Amari Rogers to the right to make it trips right. Now motioning the back to the right, gonna look back to pass. Gonna step up, looking to throw still. Rolling out to his right, throws it, batted away, incomplete. I mean, I think you just gotta try to take it yourself there. There wasn't really anything anyway for a pass or him scrambling it, but you at least maybe could have gotten it and broken a few tackles. So yeah, Martinez. Yeah, it was cover one, so that helped a lot with creating that separation needed. Single high safety, and yeah, Marlon Williams just outruns his defender, and he gains that step needed, and Martinez places a beautiful pass right in there. So I assume we will be seeing the kickoff right before the end of the first, as there's 2 seconds left. So this kickoff will bring us to the second, where Memphis now needs to respond. That last offensive drive from Memphis, well, yes, it did start in plus territory. It's something to build off of to try to get your offense going, even if you don't constantly have that good field position. And that's the key. You just need stuff to constantly be building off of. As the kick is underway, the return is going to begin from the 24-ish yard line and gets to about the 35. So that's the end of the first. Memphis will start with the ball from there. So 2 touchdown passes for Adrian Martinez, one for Case Cookus, and we have ourselves a little bit of a game. Memphis's defense came in clutch with that fumble. But yeah, if Memphis is gonna stay in it, they need to start having proper drives built. Because that touchdown drive, well, yeah, it was a good drive. It's hard to say it was a proper drive purely because of field positioning. Yeah, and that's exactly what you need to do if you're Memphis. Is you need to do shorter, quicker passes, because Birmingham can just get even when rushing four. Birmingham has gotten immense amounts of pressure today already. So you're going to need to rely on those quicker hits, the misdirections. If they can keep it up, this should be relatively fine. But it's still going to be a long day anyway. Because if you only rely on those quicker, shorter passes, then the defense is just going to move up. And then when you try to hit one over the top, you're not going to have enough time for the play to develop. So they need to get the ground game going to kind of work better with it. Like they have one rush today, it lost them a yard. The run game's probably not going to be working today. But you still need to show that, hey, we're willing to stick with it just to create that second guess, per se, of the defense. Because because play actions are the best way or another good way to stop the blitz with play actions, because it makes the defense second guess, to hesitate a little bit, and gives your receivers that extra second or so that might be needed to create enough separation and enough time for the play to develop. If they can't get the run game going and they're purely hoping to build stuff off of those shorter passes, eventually it's not going to work. You can only run the same quick slant or hitch or screen so many times before a defense is like, we'll put all 11 inside the 10 We dare you to go deep. Case Cookis can throw deep, but if their offensive line is not going to give him the time to throw deep, why should Birmingham cover deeper than 15 yards down the field? So like I do again, at least for now, I do like the quicker passes. It's going to get their offense into a rhythm, and is going to build the offensive line confidence, which then could help with just being able to protect for like a second longer. So it all can work in together still if they purely focus on it, but it can't be their entire game plan. Hey, I guess it's was it Mike Piera? Is it Pereira? Yeah, Mike Piera. It's his birthday today. Oh yeah, O line's definitely the weak spot of Memphis. As Cookis is in shotgun back to his left, man in motion to make it three receivers to the right. Going to do a quick screen to David Davis, a little bit of a bubble screen. He's going to get a solid gain of about 7, maybe 8 yards. So again, like just to build that confidence and that yeah, the confidence of your offensive line, the quick hitters are fine. But it's the when you switch back towards the deeper patterns and routes, you need to keep that confidence of your offensive line going by completing those as well. We're just getting the ball out. 2nd and 1, Cook is under center, man in motion, going to hand it off, and fights forward for what's currently ruled a first down. It's going to be close. That was Darius Victor on the carry. So 14-10 left in the first half. A solid drive building from Memphis so far. Cook is alone in the backfield. 5 receiver set, 3 to the left. Looking back to pass, going to do another quick screen out left to David Davis, and is going to gain about 4 yards. Hey, you consistent 4-yard gains always going to end up as a first down on the third play. So you'll take it. You want to average about 4 yards a play. At the very minimum. I did not realize Mark Sanchez was in the booth today. That's cool. So 2nd and 6, Cook is under center. Back in the backfield. Going to hand it off a flea flicker. Okay, Cook is looking to throw, rolling out right. Has absolutely nowhere to go with the ball. Maybe he got a yard on the play. Maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage and has ruled a sack. Either way, Memphis tried to get fancy and it did not work. I think they would have been better off just handing the ball off there and gaining 2 yards. But they do give Cookus a yard on the scramble. So now 3rd and 5 in shotgun back to his left. Birmingham looking like they're going to be sending some pressure, maybe off the left side with a corner blitz. Nub drop back, looking to throw. Cook is rolling out right and is going to be pushed out of bounds for what most likely will be ruled a sack. There was a flag on the play, however. That was DeAndre Tillman, who might be getting the sack. Is holding on Memphis. So the penalty would be declined, 4th down. And yeah, they're definitely letting them play more in the UFL. But there are also still moments where I'm like, why is that being called? Like in the first game today, there was a roughing the passer that all it was like a light tap to the back of the quarterback's head. And luckily, it didn't cost DC the game. But it was like, come on, like that cannot be called. Like I get it, but you cannot be called. So for the most part, they're playing more loose, and a reason to it is because Mike Piera for today's game or Dean Blandino tomorrow, they're able to add a penalty or remove a penalty based off of review whenever. So like they're able to play a little, they're able to let them play a little more, as they actually end up accepting the holding penalty. So a 3rd and 15, Cook is in shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers out right. Birmingham sending a little bit of a blitz thrown over the middle. What a catch by Jonathan Adams to pick up 16 and a first down in double coverage. Should have just declined the penalty. Case Cook is delivering a rocket in there to be able to pick up the first. Yeah, just simple deep in. Like the whole thing with the refs is we just want consistency out of them. So I do like how the refs in the UFL are more so leaning towards letting them play. As Cook is going to look over the middle, incomplete, attended for Vinny Papale. Just nothing open on that play. And Cook is not hit while throwing. He's been getting beat up so far today. But roughing the passer is always going to be called poorly. So as long as everything else is more like let them play primarily, I'm going to be fine with it. And yeah, Cook is going to hand it off out left, and it loses 2, maybe 3 yards on the play. Gets blown up. Darius Victor also slipped, which didn't help. And yeah, they're definitely a lot more of an aggressive team. And it works for them. They have, like, between all 3 seasons of existence so far, they have, 3 losses and are back-to-back champions. Yeah, they take risks, but those risks are very well calculated for the most part. As 3rd and 13, Cook is in shotgun back to his left, looking to throw, has time in the pocket, and throwing over the middle, a dump off to Darius Victor, going to get to the 39-yard line. So it's going to be 4th and manageable. They might be able to go for it here. As one of the coaches, I think that's Memphis' head coach, he is not happy with something right now. They're setting out the field goal unit. 57-yard attempt. This will be his long for this season. His longest so far being 51. It's 4th and 5. You could have tried to get him to jump, but instead, from about middle of the field, Matt Coughlin on for the long field goal try. Kick is up, has the accuracy, and is good. These kickers, man, they can hit from what seems like anywhere. They make it a 3-point game. There we go. Yeah. Memphis' O-line is definitely the weak point. But they've been able to mask it decently enough to make this a game. But it definitely needs to improve. Because they can't get a run game going. And for the style of offense they like to play, that's a big part of it. So, I mentioned this at the tail end of the game, the earlier game. All these kickers in the UFL have the monster legs because of the kickoff rules. Having to kick from the 20, and most of these guys are getting it towards the other 20. Like they can really get all of the ball in this. So they're all going to have the leg. That's not going to be the question. The question is then just the accuracy, and so far, the majority of them have been really accurate. So it's impressive. I think this is like the first time I'm truly impressed with how special teams are playing. Yeah, same. I've yet to see a bad kicker, and part of it is because there is a team in San Antonio who have yet to kick a field goal yet this season, and so we don't know how Destroying would have been as a field goal kicker, but he did a great job for the most part as a kickoff specialist. It sucks what happened to him. I wish we were able to see him get actual game field goal attempts. Hopefully he'll be back next season. That shows the importance of tackle form. But yeah, for the most part, all these kickers I am really impressed with. San Antonio is still up in the air because now they have a new kicker. Michigan's kicker was getting NFL calls after his week 1 kick. He's just a stud. Like back to back 64 yarders, the 62 and 58 yarder last week. He's just a hell of a kicker, man. And the fact that he didn't get a chance at all in college is a disgrace. Because he's truly he's going to make the NFL. I'm fully confident in saying that. As the kickoff is underway, 9 minutes left in the second. Ball is going to be returned from about the 10-yard line. And going to pitch it in reverse field. Has some space to run. Gets to the 38-yard line before getting laid out. But a nice little trickery there. There are all but 3 to 4 NFL teams that I'm saying should be calling Jake Bates. Obviously, if you're Baltimore, you're not making the call. If you're Kansas City, I don't think you're making the call. And honestly, that might be it. Denver, maybe. I do like Will Lutz. But for the 90% of the NFL is going to be making the call. Or at least should. As Martinez, still in the game, in shotgun back to his right, sending a man in motion to going to look back to pass, throw it over the middle. It is caught by Jay Sternberger for what would be a gain of about 7, but there is a flag on the play. But no, I want to see Jake Bates in Denver. They're calling illegal shift on Birmingham. So that's what the flag is. No, but yeah. Jake Bates with his he can already in Detroit, I'm pretty sure he can hit from 67, I think, in Detroit without question. Throw him to Denver with that altitude, he might be able to hit from 70, 71. And I want to see that happen in an actual game. So 1st and 15 now after the illegal shift. Martinez in shotgun looking to throw. Going to throw it over the middle once again. Jay Sternberger splits defenders and gains about 13 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 2 either way, the penalty or not. They may actually say they would gain a 14 on the play. And it's just a simple stop route over the middle in between the linebackers. And he's using his body, he's using his strength to get extra yards. So 2nd and 1. In shotgun back to his left. Few receivers left. Memphis dialing up a blitz. Does not work as Ricky Person finds a big hole in the offensive line to gain a big chunk of yards to about the 46. So I believe same chill mode. If I jokingly say this, but also kind of true. If Jake Bates leaves Detroit, Brad Holmes should be fired. Again, kind of a joke, kind of not. You have that man already in the building, basically. Why have him leave? Why let him leave? Give him a contract he can't refuse. As Martinez looking to pass on 3rd and 10, going to do a quick dump off to Ricky Person, makes one man miss, and going to gain about 4 on the play. If I remember correctly, the longest current field goal attempt try was by Sebastian Janikowski at 71 yards. And that missed, I think, by like 4 or 5 yards, if I remember correctly. I want to see a 71-yarder hit in the NFL. It's gonna happen one day. These kickers' legs are gonna only get more powerful. As Ricky Person takes the handoff up the middle, gains about 5 on the play, so it'll be 3rd and short. But of course, it similar to what the MLB is dealing with. Well, yeah, these kickers' legs can probably get extremely powerful and hit the long ass kicks. That's going to obviously cause some weaknesses within the ligaments. So, do you really want to have that risk? As Martinez is going to pitch it to Ricky Person on the left side, trying to get to the outside, and he's going to barely pick up the first down. So Ricky Person running really well for Birmingham this season. He's continuing that level of play today. Just barely gets enough to the outside to where, he gets the first down. He's pushed out of bounds at about the line of scrimmage. Martinez gonna look to throw, looking right, gonna throw it over the middle and dropped. Intended for Jay Sternenberger. Oh, does he? I just that Sebastian Janikowski one comes to mind the most, mainly because one, he was a first round pick kicker, and two, he was a southpaw, he was a lefty kicker, and 3, it was in like they were up 14 at the time of the kick, as it was right before the half, and I think they ended up losing the game. There was something weird surrounding it as well, so that's why it's on my mind pretty much constantly. So Martinez looking to throw in 2nd and 10, quick pass to the outside to Deion Kane, caught, and gets out of bounds at about the 25. Yep, Birmingham looking to properly finish this drive in the end zone here to extend their lead. Going to get 3 points. So ball on the 25-yard line. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers out left. Looking to throw, going to pump fake it. Rolling out right, throwing it over the middle. Short hops it. Going to be ruled incomplete. Oh, damn, it is. Kickers in general don't get talked about enough, but I feel like I would have heard about that long one. Second and 10. Shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers each side. Looking to throw. Throwing quick slant. Caught. Breaking 1 tackle. Gets the first down and more inside the 10. Down to about the 9. Oh, yeah. If it wasn't for that insane touchdown to begin the game for Birmingham, this game would definitely be looking a lot better. But, I mean, I still think, obviously, this drive is not going to end. I mean, they still could end in a field goal, but assuming Birmingham scores here, that's not the best way for the drive to end, especially since, I don't know, we still have the 2-minute warning. There's 3:20 left in the half. So Memphis will have a shot to close the gap no matter what. Under center, Martinez going to hand it off, working the left side after breaking a tackle, gains about nothing on the play. So it will be 2nd and goal. Okay, yeah, 76 yards. Longest field goal attempt in the NFL game by Sebastian Janikowski. Yeah, they were up against the Chargers in 2008. They were up 15. Now I need to know how this game ended. Damn, I did not realize it was a 76-yard attempt. Do not remember that fact of it. Martinez handing it off of the middle to Ricky Person. Creates some kind of space, gains about 3 yards-ish to about the 5. Most in the game with 8. Yeah. That's still impressive. 8 field goals in a game. I mean, that's. There was a stoppage of play. I think probably. Did not see who called the timeout. There's 2:19 left in the half. I mean, 8 field goals in a game. That's. Wow. Yeah, it was a legit a 1 second left in the half, kind of like fuck it, we're gonna kick it type of situation. I believe there was something else that happened in that game that is also why it's on my mind more so than it probably should. Yeah, eight field goals in the game. I mean, define which game that was. 'He also has a record for most consecutive games with a 40-plus yarder at 10. Okay. 2007 against Houston is what that game was, yeah. He also had the record he also tied the record for the most field goals in a half in that one. So, first, let's check. Yeah, that's what I figured. So, if for the Sebastian Janikowski game, real quick, they were up 15-0 at the half, and then they tried the 76-yarder. They ended up losing 28-18. That's why I remember that game. You lose by 10 after being up 15 at the half. Jeez, that's fucking Oakland for you. And then real quick, October 21st for this one. Damn, a 38-36 win for Tennessee in that 8 field goal game. Nice. So that's the record that should be remembered more so than the 76-yard attempt. Because at least this one resorted in a win. Third and goal. Memphis is the one who called the timeout with 2:19 left. Okay. I figured it was Memphis. Just wanted to make sure. So third and goal, ball on the 5. Looking to throw. Pump fakes, rolling out to his left, trying to find some space. Gets tackled by the ankles after a gain of 2. Touchdown saving tackle by Jordan Ferguson as the field goal unit. God damn it, that's now 2 weeks in a row I've accidentally spilled my water. A 2-minute warning. Fucking hold on. I got too much electronics near here. I need to end up finding a better spot to put my drink. But that will be for next week or tomorrow. All around Tennessee. So then, how do you feel about There's also being supposed to be at least a playoff start next week for the NBA. We'll get some more NBA content then. So, but how do you feel about the future of the Grizzlies? Because I understand they dealt with like 5,000 injuries this season, but man, it was a weird NBA season. We'll probably have a live stream that talks about it when the play-in ends and all that. There was supposed to be a lot more NBA content, but just scheduling did not work out for me or Toasted, who should be making a more regular appearance on the channel soon. Yeah, again, I think the injuries do help you. Yeah, there's not a lot of space in this room. It's bigger than what I'm used to, but there's not a lot of space, especially near the desk. So, like, it's right by my foot's where my cup is. So that's why the drink spilled. In a 22-yard attempt by Chris Blewett to extend the lead to 6. The kick is up and straight down the middle. I need to work. This past week's been kind of hectic for me, so it's not the most organized my room has been. Hopefully, it will be tomorrow, depending on how I feel after the game. Yeah, if Birmingham can figure out a way to finish drives properly in the red zone, then they'll be just fine. But currently, as it stands, it's I feel like that when you get closer to the red zone, that's where you should truly start to utilize or attempt to utilize Martinez's mobility. Bot Flash, all 4 important games for the Heat tomorrow are at 1 p.m. So I ain't gonna be able to watch a second. Blewett sends it away. Going to be returned from inside the 10 and get by close to the 30 around the 28, 29-yard line. Yeah, but if the Heat somehow do end up at the 5 seed, I'm never going to pay any attention to the regular season NBA again. I already don't fully. Like, I watched the majority of games this season. But if they end up as the 5 seed with how they've been playing this season, like, there are questions that are going to be asked. Cook is looking to throw. And escaping pressure, right, and they dump it off to Darius Victor, who gains about 4 on the play. Yeah, part of me is going to probably want to have like a multi-box thing for both the roster and the game, but I don't know. I'm just the Heat seem to play a little better when I don't watch. So through superstition, probably not going to. His Cookers is looking to throw on 2nd and 6. Moving around in the pocket, trying to escape. There's going to be a flag, most likely for holding, pushing Memphis back. And Cookis, a little slow to get up after being hit there. Yeah, holding on Memphis. The I don't I don't have a lot of hate for the Titans mainly because they blessed us by accepting Ryan Tannehill's bum ass. But I am pissed that that the Titans stole Cameron Wake from us in that 2019 offseason, and he still hasn't returned to retire a Dolphin. So fuck the Titans for that. It's second and 16. Cook is in shotgun, looking to throw. Going to throw it right side. Caught. Trying to create something going. Gets pushed out of bounds after a gain of about maybe 10 on the play. That's Jonathan Adams. I have no say in the SEC debate. Here's my input to the SEC. Do not let FSU in and kick Florida out. Fuck those two. That would instantly make you a better conference. Third and 7. Cook is looking to throw. And pocket collapses, but gets it off to Jonathan Adams, who's trying to work the outside and picks up the first down to about the 41. Yeah, Aaron Brewer, is that the exchange? Cameron Wake for Aaron Brewer about 5 years later. No, I think Brewer will work a lot better for us than he did there, just because the Dolphins passing game is a lot quicker. Tua does not hold the ball for long at all. And really, all he needs to do is just be more consistent snapping wise than Connor Williams, and he'll be fine. As Cook throws it downfield into the seam to Sage Surratt. It's caught to about the plus 35. Memphis is moving the ball effectively. As long as Aaron Brewer can snap the ball to Tua's chest consistently, I will like him more than Connor Williams. Miami has lost too many games in the past 2 seasons because Connor Williams does not know how to fucking snap the ball. And I love Connor Williams. He played great for us. He's a great run blocker. He drastically improved from year 1 to 2. And it sucks that this injury is most likely going to end his career. I fucking hate that for the guy. But he never truly could snap the ball. And yeah, the adjustments Memphis has been making today after those first 2 drives are brilliant. Like, they're great adjustments. And they're making this a game. Again, most likely get a field goal out of the drive. So this game should be a pretty good one. Birmingham gets the ball to begin the second half. So like they need points on this drive at a minimum. Oh yeah, David Long too. I for some reason forgot he was I did a video on us getting him. I don't know why. Yeah, no. David Long was a very solid pickup. I don't know why I forgot he was in Tennessee. That was a big focal point, or that was a focal point I made in the 2019 Dolphins fire sale video. No, but yeah, like he's solid. So I like that we're sticking with him as a primary inside linebacker. As much as I'm gonna miss Jerome Baker, love the dude. I feel like the combination of Jordan Brooks and David Long in a linebacking unit is going to be a lot better than what Jerome Baker offered. But listen, we have Liam Eichenberg. You can always get his younger brother, the Ohio State linebacker. Cannot remember his first name right now. That's an option. Probably won't be a first round pick and shouldn't be a first round pick, but it's there. How good would he be? Hopefully better than Liam Eichenberg. That's all I can say. Memphis called their second timeout. So ball on the plus 35. Cook is in shotgun back to his left. Going to drop back to pass. Birmingham sending a blitz. Cookis needs to get rid of it. He does. He short arms it, and it's going to bounce before getting to David Davis. Tommy, I knew it was something. He had a first name. I knew that for sure. I have not really been looking at the linebacking units for this draft, just because like Miami doesn't necessarily need one. I've been my focus has been on the O line and D line. So 2nd and 10. Cook is in shotgun looking to throw. Birmingham sending more pressure. Gets rid of it. Throws it down the field. And just did what Davis could not adjust to it. A little bit of an underthrow. 3rd and 10. I try to forget that game, Chill. I really do. Me and one of my friends, after the loss to Buffalo on Sunday night, spent like 5 minutes just saying "fuck you" to Tennessee. As Cook is trying to throw it over the middle, going to be incomplete with a flag thrown late. Yeah, that Tennessee game alone, I think, is what costs Fangio his job. I mean, like pass interference on Birmingham, so it's going to be a new set of downs for Memphis. But like, how do you lose that game? And like, because of what happened against Baltimore and Buffalo, pretty much all of Dolphins fans forgot about the Tennessee game. And I'm just like, why are you shitting on two games that we knew were going to be tough instead of hating the defense for that fucking Tennessee game? I mean, Cook is looking to throw, escaping pressure, rolling left, throws it. It's going to be caught along the sideline by Vinny Papale, and he stays in bounds. Clock does not stop. It's going to be a 2nd and short. So 2nd and 3, 28 seconds left. Cook is looking to throw, going to throw it outside, incomplete. A little short arm to throw on the out route. And is going to make it 3rd and 3 with 25 seconds left. From all I've seen, like the players were not fully thrilled with Fangio, and part of it was like even I've mentioned it a little bit with some friends that he was not utilizing the skill sets of our top defensive players. Like he kept Ramsey on the left side, didn't allow him to move around. Javon Holland never blitzed. As Cook is on 3rd and 3, rolls out right, throw in sideline, incomplete. Intended for Jonathan Adams. And because like people were expecting Javon Holland to have like a Pro Bowl level season this year, and he was never blitzed. He never was able to be moved up. Ramsey was never moved around like he normally does. He kept Eli Apple in for way too long. When just give Cam Smith the shot, because Eli Apple was not the corner we needed. Look with 34-yard attempt, and it's going to be straight down the middle to make this a 3-point game. Like, don't get me wrong, Fangio had his moments of greatness with Miami's defense, but it was not going to be a proper fit, especially with Wilkins leaving. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the reason the Wilkins, Van Ginkel, and like half of our defense left was because Fangio was gone. Ball flash, I will shit on Eli Apple till the day I die, now that I've seen him play in Miami. Before he wore the aqua and orange, I gave him some leeway. Now that he cost us some games, fuck no. prime example. The Birmingham had a tipped touchdown today in the back towards the back of the end zone. Trent Sherfield's one touchdown grab of the season last year was against Eli Apple on a tipped slant route in the back of the end zone. That Eli Apple simply did not do anything after the ball was tipped. Like, make a play. Make a play. A ball's kicked off, going to be returned from the 10-ish yard line and gets up to the 35, maybe 36. There's going to be under 10 seconds left in the half. Most likely will just bring us to halftime. Here's the thing with how I see Miami's draft going. What I would love for them to do is trade back from 21 to like 26 or 27, somewhere around there, and pick up a third and fourth round pick and get back into those rounds. And then, also Memphis is calling their final timeout. And then this is unless there is a, like, you need to grab offensive linemen in the first, or maybe like somehow a top D tackle, like a top 15 projected D tackle falls to 21. But assuming like the draft goes kind of how expected, trade back, recuperate some draft picks. I still want to see first round offensive linemen, but I'm not expecting it. Chris Greer does not like to select interior offensive linemen in the first round. That's just not his thing. And that's the offensive line position we need. So I wouldn't expect that till like the second, maybe if we get back into the third till then. So I'm more so seeing that's where we'll get our next proper D tackle. As Martinez looking to throw, going to send one deep down the field. Did he catch that along the sideline? Deon Cain catches the ball inside the 30 with 2 seconds left for Birmingham. They're going to have a shot at a field goal here. Beautiful throw by Martinez. Oh, did he get that second foot in? That right foot. Oh, he did drag it in. Nice grab. That's it. Because there's been the offensive lineman I want Miami to draft is similar to most Dolphins fans. There's Jackson Powers-Johnson. There's the Duke offensive lineman whose name is fucking slipping me right now, who can pretty much play every line position. That would also be a good pickup. But again, it's unlikely we do it because Chris Grier's track record. Devondre Sweat, I think, is currently projected to go around that late first, early second. We'll see how the whole off-field fiasco is going to impact it. But I wouldn't be opposed because most likely I'm expecting a defensive lineman first round because we do need to find someone to properly replace Wilkins, even though Anthony Weaver's defense is a 3-4 with a rotating interior D lineman role. So because of that, I'm like, we need to find a Wilkins replacement, but at the same time, Zach Zeeler is more so the replacement. But like, I want to get the main thing for me is I want Miami to get back into the third and fourth round to be able to pick up in one of those, to be able to pick up a proper receiver 3 that's a traditional deep threat. As a 46-yard try is up and good. Birmingham is going to have a 6-point lead entering the half. Plus they get ball to begin the half. There's a few names I have in mind when it comes to like receivers I would want Miami to get, we do need a proper receiver 3. Like that's like or just a proper like tall ass big body can go up and get it receiver. as by having one of those, it makes the job of Hill and Waddle a lot easier. Yeah, it's I don't know. What's has NFL Network or NFL.com released? What's the most up to date mock draft? We can quickly discuss it. Did mock draft was it 3.0 drop yet? Here we go. Because yeah, like, there's still a lot of questions surrounding the draft because like, what does Minnesota do with? I think they have 11 and 23. What do they do there? Like, who's going to be trading up and trading back and whatnot? Also, there's still questions about what happens with like, is it Daniels? Is it May at 2? This most recent is mock draft. Is this the most recent one from Bucky Brooks? Was it even Bucky Brooks? No, it's someone else. Yeah, it's recent enough. This mock draft I'm looking at from NFL.com has the Broncos trading up to 4 to get JJ McCarthy. If I swear, if the Broncos do that, plus giving up a first in 25. If God damn, if Denver does this, so yeah, I do not. I think it's safe to say Joe Alt will go first O lineman off the board. I don't know where that is. Like I could see the Giants go in O line. I don't know. Like it's gonna depend on kind of the situation, like how the draft unfolds. But like, yeah, it's just I expect him to be first O lineman off the board. If he like how that actually pans out and where to, who knows? Because like a team like Chicago, who has the ninth overall pick as well, I could see them trading up to make sure they get him. Because like pairing, everyone talks about you want to pair Caleb Williams with a star receiver at 9. They have a solid receiving core already in Chicago, and with how deep this draft is, it might be more beneficial to trade up and get an O lineman. I could see the Jets moving up as well for sure. The Chargers, because what's the Chargers' second pick is at 37. I just the Chargers are currently at a state where what they're gonna have Herbert throwing Quentin Johnson as a receiver one. Like they need weapons for Herbert. So I more so expect receiver there. I'm definitely looking at. I think a sleeper team would be Chicago to trade up and get to get Alt. The Jets I could see it because they desperately need O line help even after the free agency. The Saints the Saints just have too many questions overall to really have me be like they need to build the O line because yeah the O line is obviously important. We're seeing this with the UFL. I just you're not gonna win anyway with Derek Carr. So trading up and giving up who knows how many assets they would need to get into. Currently, don't need to get into the top 7. I think they'll be giving up too much for a team who is nowhere near win now, even if it is for a potential generational O line prospect. Philadelphia drafting the Kelsey replacement. Although didn't they draft a center a few years ago with the preparing him for Kelsey's retirement? The Chiefs traded up to get Xavier Worthy. Please do that. Please trade up and get Xavier Worthy. Because what you need to get trade up to get to this mock draft having it at 17. Xavier Worthy's going to be good. Don't get me wrong. His speed's incredible. So, yeah, I think Sean Payton wants either. I do think he wants JJ McCarthy. I do think that's an option for Denver. They're not trading up to 4 though for whatever quarterback they want. So, I just think he wants either Bo Nix or McCarthy. I don't think he wants Penix. Because I think McCarthy would be his number one because the idea is it's someone who's similar to Drew Brees. Then I think it'll be Bo Nix to kind of again I don't know from there like I just think he would have Bo Nix higher because I think he would trust Bo Nix a little more. I personally have Penix over Nix, but Sean Payton is like his scouting of quarterbacks, man. It's confusing sometimes. I mean, fuck, they drafted Taysom Hill. Like, oh no, they didn't draft Taysom. They signed Taysom Hill. He was drafted by Green Bay. That's right. Like, since Drew Brees, like Taysom Hill, Ian Book was drafted by the Saints. Don't forget Ian Book. His one start in the NFL came against Miami. It was beautiful. That's Monday Night Football game. Signing Derek Carr, signing Jack. It's just Sean Payton's scouting of quarterbacks is like when he has the correct quarterback for his system, is he's a great coach. The only thing is he can't scout quarterbacks that great. Or at least he thinks too highly of quarterbacks that are already there. He's forced. It's gonna be interesting to see what he does because he's forced to now when it comes to getting a quarterback. I just think they stay at 9 or was it 8 is where they're at or wherever Denver's at. 12. I think they'll just stay at 12. That's a good spot to be able to get a franchise quarterback at in this year's draft. Because what top 3 are quarterback, then maybe you have Minnesota at 11 going quarterback, so that'll be the first 4 off the board. You'll still have access to Knicks definitely, and then maybe either Penix or McCarthy. Okay, this mock draft has Penix going early second. So they have Vegas going O lineman at 13. That's interesting to say the least. That could definitely be a possibility. Cincinnati getting Brian Thomas Jr. according to this mock draft. Sure. Okay. Miami is not going to be trading down from 21 if Fuaga from Ohio State is still there. I think they view him highly. But it's gonna be a very weird draft for Miami because Armstead is most likely. I think Armstead is expected to retire after this year, alongside one of our backup left tackles. So definitely the Armstead replacement is going to have to be drafted this year. Just so that we can give him a year of development. Okay. Here is where when it comes to this mock draft, having the Raiders picking Penix at 33, I think it would be smarter for Vegas to get to, if Penix is available late into the first, like around the 30, like 28 and back. I think the best bet would be to trade up to there and draft him because that way you get the 5th-year option. And teams view that 5th-year option highly. This mock draft having Ladd McConkey going to Tennessee, I'm sure that potential is exciting. Still I have to. Okay, yeah, Miami's not going to go tight end in the second round. At least if they, I don't think they're going to. I think because like already McDaniel's offense does not utilize tight ends a lot, and we already signed Jonnu Smith to give us some more of an element in the passing game. I just don't see a tight end being drafted that early for Miami. All right. Damn, the Boston Pittsburgh game is still tied at 0. Arizona's up over St. Louis by 1. And go figure, the Dodgers game got delayed. I do not care enough. So yeah, Birmingham's going to get ball to begin the second half. Great drive to get a field goal out of the like 8 seconds they had before the half. So now they have a chance to extend this lead into 2 possessions. The first drives for both teams out of the half are always some of the more interesting drives to watch because it could really make or break the outcome of a game and kind of how the momentum is looking. Because that's where you first see the adjustments, or like the defensive adjustments more so than anything. Yeah. Throughout the course of this game, the crowd here in Birmingham has filled up really nicely. Probably a bunch of people now that the Alabama spring game is over, has been over, but they finally make their way out to the stadium. Second half kickoff is underway. Matt Coughlin preparing to send it back to Deion Kane. The kick is going to be returned from the 9-yard line and gets out to the 31-ish. So Birmingham will start from there. We have not seen Matt Corral today. Okay, that is... Okay, that's interesting. Adrian Martinez still in the game. I mean, Matt Corral hasn't played terribly this year. I guess he just like the second factor of what Martinez can give them. As he's going to be in shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Looking back to throw, Martinez going to step up, rolling out to the right. Escaping pressure, throwing it down the field, and it is going to be caught past the 50. Deion Kane at about the 45-yard line, maybe the 40-yard line. Incredible throw and a nice toe drag snag. At the 45-yard line. Deion Kane finding an opening in the defense. And that's what that extra pocket mobility can bring to an offense. Finding the space needed to give yourself time and plays a beautiful pass. So now 1st and 10. They need to get the snap off quick. They do. Handing it off up the middle. CJ Marable breaks through the first line of defense before getting tripped up near the 40, probably more so about the 39-yard line, to make it 2nd down. So a gain of 6 on the play. Martinez shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Going to hand it off once again to CJ Marable, who makes one man miss in the backfield before fighting his way for 3 yards on the play to make it 3rd and short. 13:20 left in the 3rd. Solid drive going so far for Birmingham. Ball on the 36-yard line. Martinez under center. 3 backs in the backfield. Handed off to Maribel. Finding room towards the outside. Going to pick up 2 on the play. Just enough for the 1st. And Birmingham, in short yardage, they love that formation of Martinez under center. 2 backs and the tight end in the backfield lined up in a line. And it gets them outside and creates those holes needed, as they have 27 rushing first downs this season. So now in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, a back to Martinez's right. Going to drop back, looking to throw. Throws it deep down the field, over the middle, and incomplete. There's going to be a flag down the field for most likely pass interference. There was a flag back also towards the line of scrimmage. We will see what these 2 flags are. So one of them is holding on Birmingham and then pass interference on Memphis. So the penalties will offset. Replay in 1st down. Martinez tried for the home run ball. And honestly, the receiver had a step. It's not a terrible decision to throw that pass. Just throws it slightly behind Deion Kane, too far up the field. But, I mean, it would have worked if it wasn't for a holding call. You draw the foul you're looking for. Very nice. It would have been a good play as Martinez, shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, going to hand it off for a loss of about 2 on the play. CJ Marable on the carry. Tried another inside zone run, and it goes nowhere. So 2nd and 12. Martinez, shotgun back to his left, 2 receivers each side. Quick pump faking, and is going to be sacked back near the 47. That was Josiah Bronson on the sack. Is going to make it a 3rd and long. Memphis sent the pressure. They sent the blitz, and it worked well enough. Martinez was looking for a fake screen and it's something deeper, but just had no time for the play to develop. So now a 3rd and 21 for Birmingham. They're now going to be fighting to get back into field goal range as Martinez is dropping back to pass. Throwing over the middle and short arms it. Incomplete. And not only does the ball bounce short, it bounces inaccurately to the right of the receiver. So a great defensive stand for Memphis after allowing Birmingham to get pretty deep into plus territory. And that's going to force a punt for Colby Wadman. Why do I feel like I've not said that last name before? Even though this is the third Birmingham game I'm calling. And I know for sure they've punted in the past. The punt comes off clean. It's going to be fair caught at about the 10-yard line. So Case Cookus is going to have Memphis' first drive pinned inside the 20. And the defense holding their own in this one. Obviously, there's some things could have been a little better, like that first touchdown of the game being tipped at the line and whatnot. But you have to be, if you're Memphis, you have to be pretty happy with how your defense has been playing. So Memphis is currently sitting at -1 rushing yards on 4 carries. A lot of that is because of the sacks they've taken. But for the offensive line playing how they have been today, they've made the most of it. Now have a chance to tie the game and potentially take the lead. They're going to need to get they're going to need to finish a drive properly though here. The only touchdown drive they've had was when they started in plus territory, but they've had some good drives still. But you definitely will look into finish a drive here. Because if you're going to win, you need one of these drives to end in the end zone. But like I said earlier, this game opened this line opening at -7. It was too much. I still think Birmingham is going to be fine, but this game is definitely going to be closer than 7 points. And I'm saying that before we even see how Memphis' offense decides to adjust to the first half. Yep, just coming out of commercial. Memphis' first drive of the second half, trying to keep building off of some momentum they've had today. And yeah, Martinez having played every single snap. Definitely an interesting decision there. They're moving away from the 2 QB system. As Case Cookus is under center with a back in the backfield with 10-10 left in the third, ball in the 10-yard line, 1st and 10. Going to try and end around with Daywood Davis, going to have space on the right side, spins, makes one man miss, gains 11 on the play, but there is a flag. So it would be a first down at the 21-yard line. We'll see what the flag is. It's going to be holding on Memphis. So it's a spot foul, and man, that is rough. They called that on the tight end, Sage Surratt. And now Memphis is going to have ball back on the 2-yard line. So they lost 8 yards on the holding penalty. And Birmingham is going to send pressure here, no doubt about it. Cook is under center, going to just hand it off, and barely gets past the line of scrimmage to the 5-yard line, but had to fight in order to do so. There was 2 defenders in the end zone looking to tackle him. That was Titus Sween on the carry, and somehow that is not a safety. Scooby Wright easily blew through the hole in the defense or in the offense. Don't know how he didn't come up with the safety there. So now 2nd and 15. Cook is in shotgun back to his left. Birmingham still looking like they're going to be sending a lot of pressure here. And they get Birmingham to jump, so it was a free play. And Cookus is leveled in the end zone. Fumbles. Recovered by Birmingham, and he is down. Cookus is down. Is currently being ruled a touchdown, but Birmingham did jump. But man, Cookus is getting killed back there. But again, luckily Birmingham jumped, so it's going to be encroachment. But man, this Memphis O-line just not giving him a lot of time, if any. Yep, offsides on Birmingham, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. And again, man, is Memphis lucky that they got him to jump before the play. Yeah, they're lucky they got him to jump. As that would have been Jonathan Garvin. Would have been his 3rd sack of the day. Instead of 2nd and 10, Cook is a quick pass out to the left for Sage Surratt, going to get upended after a gain of 4 to make it 3rd and manageable. Jonathan Garvin is just eating against that right side of the Memphis defense. Don't matter if it's the right tackle, the right guard. He is winning nearly every single rep. So they ruled a gain of 3. It will be 3rd and 7. In shotgun, a back to each side. Going to look to throw. And pocket collapsing, going to be sacked back at the 2-yard line. That was Carlos Davis on the sack, who was called for the offsides on what would have been a defensive touchdown. And yeah, Birmingham's defense, they're just being ruthless right now. Like, man, because when they're forcing Memphis, but that holding call on 1st down completely messed up the drive. It got him behind the sticks, and from there Birmingham just kept sending 5, 6 as the punt's going to be returned from inside the 30. Gets past the 50, has you on the outside to the 40, tackled out of bounds at the plus 39-ish, 38-yard line. There was a flag, however, on the play. Yeah, Memphis got behind the sticks, and Birmingham just kept sending extra guys, and they were getting home with ease for the most part. So it's going to be illegal blocking the back on Birmingham. So what was a great return is going to be called back a little bit. But it's still going to be pretty good field position. Either that was a great punt by Matt White from the back of his own end zone to the other side of the 30 towards the 27-yard line. Hell of a punt to flip the field. Birmingham's defense, they're playing aggressive and they're playing risky, but it is all calculated and it's all been pretty successful so far. It helps when the opposing offensive line is the equivalent to Swiss cheese, but it's still effective. It's still working. This was a similar story to last week against Michigan. They just kept sending pressure. What are you gonna do about it? Stop it? You haven't. And they got 7 sacks last week. They're now on. I think they're at 4 or 5 today. It's a ruthless defense to go up against if we do not have the proper O line. Yeah. Again, Birmingham looking to extend the lead. Their offense, it's been a solid offense. It's not like it's been questionable. Their defense is playing the leagues better than I thought they had in with the amount of sacks. To be fair, I also didn't realize they had 7 sacks last week. But their defense is playing really well. So yeah, Birmingham is currently on a 9-game winning streak, which, damn. Tied for first in points per game, first in yards per game, first in rush yards per game. They got an offense. Or Martinez and shotgun back to his right, going to play action, looking right. Going to throw it down the field. There's a man wide open. It's Jay Sternenberg past the 50, past the 40. Tackled out of bounds at about the 34. Wide open on a simple wheel route. And they get the yardage back on the block in the back on a punt return. Shotgun back to his right, going to hand it off, working the middle of the field. Fights for about a yard on the play, if that. So it's going to be 2nd and 9. That was CJ Marable on the carry. 6.5 left in the third. 281 yards of offense so far today for Birmingham compared to 118 of Memphis. 4 rushing yards for Memphis today. Yeah, you're not going to win games with that. No matter who you're going up against. As Martinez in shotgun, back to his right. Deion Kane sent in short motion, going to look to throw. And pressure comes instantly, but shakes off one would-be sack. And scrambles out to the right, going to get past the line of scrimmage and keeps fighting for a first down. Adrian Martinez just wouldn't go down. A solid carry. There was nearly a face mask on that would have been sack. Yeah, nice job. Steps up, breaks one sack. I know it was more so the shoulders, but so breaks the sack and just finds enough space to pick up the first down. Now in shotgun back to his left, they're going to hand it off, and that is going to be a loss of about 1.5 yards to about the 25-yard line. That's CJ Marable on the carry. So they said a loss of 2 with 5:05 left in the third. Birmingham can at least make this a 9-point game. As long as they don't turn the ball over, they can at least make this a 9-point game. Which in the UFL is 1 possession. So in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to the left. Adrian Martinez going to drop back to pass. escaping the pocket way too soon. Only gets back to the line of scrimmage. There was no reason for him to tuck in and to try to tuck in and run there. It was a solid pocket he had. If anything, he probably should have tried to break it out towards the left, but it's just not. That was a panicked decision there, to say the least. As it's going to be 3rd and 12. 4:10 left in the third. Yeah, just the key thing is just don't turn the ball over. As Martinez in shotgun back to his right, 2 receivers to the left, gonna look to throw. Memphis in some pressure, gonna throw it over the middle, incomplete. Through the hands of Benjamin Victor, and it's gonna be 4th and 12. Looking over the middle, and yeah, just out of reach. So out comes Chris Blewett for the 43-yard field goal to try. 43-yard field goal try. He had from 46 earlier today. This one from 43 on the right hash. Snap a little high, but holds good, and kick is straight through. Birmingham makes it a 9-point game. So, solid drive. Again, they're just stalling once they get into like the 25 and in. They're just stalling on the drives, and that's like the question mark of the offense is they need to find a way to finish off drives. It's I still think they're fine because again, Memphis's offense has not done enough with the field positioning they've had. Like again, it hasn't been great field positioning at all. Like it's been okay. They've had one drive that started in plus territory thanks to a turnover. Then they had the previous one which started at the 10. Like they need to have like a drive here that first starts in like outside that starts like outside the 30, so like near the 35-ish, if any, at the very least. And then they just need to get back to the rhythm of the offense that they had beforehand. It's still just a one possession game, so they can easily come back in this one. But it's going to take an offensive performance for the rest of this game that I don't know if they have in them. Just because of the offensive line. And that actually leaves me curious. How many sacks currently is Birmingham sitting at? I want to see if they can get to 10 today. This is not showing the entire sack. Okay. Trying to go through the UFL app to see the stats here. It's just not showing me all the sacks for some reason. Okay. Either way, the kickoff is underway. Chris Blewett is sending it down towards Trey Williams. It's going to be returned from the 10-yard line. They're looking to get past the 35 here at the very least. Goes up the middle, gets to about the 37-yard line. That's very solid field position. So now you need the offense to get something clicking here. Yeah, Birmingham's defense has been all over the place today. There's a 3 sacks. They're showcasing all like the QB hits. I think they're at 5 sacks currently, which is they're at 4 sacks today so far. which is some teams' full defensive lines good games. So with 3:17 left, Memphis only having 4 rushing yards. Yeah. Under center, going to pitch it to the right, trying to create something. Go in, slips, gains about 2 on the play. That was Darius. No, that was Trey Williams on the carry. Like again, I like that they're trying to get the run game going in here, but it might get into the point where it might be too late for it to really be effective enough to work. They have 6 rushing yards on the day. I mean, that's just rough. Cook gets in shotgun back to his right, 2 receivers to the left, or 2 receivers to each side. Dropping back to pass, throwing it left side is going to be caught by Jonathan Adams, and he gains maybe 5, maybe 6 on the play. So he's going to make it third and manageable. But the key is to just stay ahead of the sticks. And when you get to these third and shorts, as it's 3rd and 3, it's going to be tough to convert purely because of the way the offensive line has been playing. So they're 3 for 8 on 3rd down today. This one 3rd and 3. A back lined up to Cookus' left. Need to get the snap off. They do. Birmingham send in a blitz. And Cookus is going to be sacked again. Back near the 33-yard line. That was Marvin Wilson on the sack. And Case Cookus is just getting killed. The center got pushed back into his lap nearly instantly. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You need to stay ahead of the sticks. Can't afford to get it to 3rd down at this point in the game. As Memphis is going to punt it away with 1:15 left in the 3rd. It's going to be returned by Amari Rogers at about the 15. And working his way to the 25. It's not just that Birmingham is coming out today to kill Case Cookus. I feel like the Memphis offensive line has to have some kind of in on it as well. Like, no way an offensive line can obviously be pretty terrible. But I mean, this has been a rough game for that offensive line. Like, it's just one of Birmingham's D linemen sliding half of his game check over. Like, thanks for letting me build my stats up a little bit. I think part of the issue, again, the run game being god awful today for Memphis as well is part of the issue. And because that limits what you can do on offense. You can't really do play actions. You can't really be under center at all. But it also means you can't really force the ball downfield. So, there's just not much your offense can really do. Who does Memphis? Oh, Memphis plays St. Louis next week. Oh, yeah, Memphis. I'm going to feel bad for Memphis next week. Jeez, yeah. In St. Louis as well? They're going to have a fun time at that one, I'll tell you that. Jeez. Yeah, just rough. Oh, damn, Birmingham plays DC next week? That could be good. But yeah, this offensive line is just... It's just bad. There's no way to sugarcoat it and be like, oh no, they're just being out physical. They're being out physical. Birmingham has beat them physically through bull rushes, finessely through spins, and then a mixture of both through the stunts, Like it's just been like any way Birmingham wants to try to get pressure, they're going to get pressure. As long as they send like five. Or even send in four, they're getting some decent pressure in. It's like I don't know what adjustments you can make if you're Memphis at this point. Martinez still in the game. We have not seen Corral yet, so they're not doing the two QB system today. It seems Martinez is in shotgun, motion in the back from the left to the right, dropping back to throw. Has time in the pocket, rolls out to his right, throws it down the field, and that is caught by Ricky Person down the sideline. What a grab deep down the field. A beautifully placed ball by Adrian Martinez, back shoulder. Ricky Person catches it near the 40, gains an extra few yards again near the 38. As Martinez is going to hand it off, finding space up the middle is Ricky Person down to about the 35. And yeah, Holtz is finally finding like his style of offense. The two QB system. Well, again, I get it why some teams may want to. Like this is Birmingham having a single quarterback the entire game is allowing them to open up the offense and get into a rhythm. That's what they've been needing. As Martinez, shotgun back to his left, three receivers to the right. Going to look to throw over the middle, caught wide open to about the 25-yard line is Kevin Austin for the first down. And also, because Martinez has been able to get into a rhythm through playing the entire game, he's playing phenomenally. He's making incredible passes, making correct decisions, escaping the pocket well. He's looking like his Kansas State self. And it is just, this is the Stallions that kind of have been, that we've been waiting to show up. And all it took was just saying, Matt Corral, get your ass on the bench. I have no hate towards Corral. I think he can still be a good quarterback. But he just does not belong in this system at the very least. Who knows? Maybe Michigan would want him. They need some kind of rhythm on offense over there for Michigan. Who are they playing tomorrow? They're playing Houston at noon. That should be a good one. But yeah, Adrian Martinez. That's definitely one way to combat the O-line issues of Memphis is to get a little bit more of a mobile quarterback. The thing with Case Cookus is he is in terms of UFL standards, he is an elite level quarterback for the spring leagues. He just has no fucking time. And again, if the run game would have gotten going, and he's able to utilize his play actions and have more time in the pocket, you see it. But he just hasn't had that ability yet today. So I don't think they're going to move on from Cookus. I wouldn't be shocked if they try to get someone for a little bit more of a mobility factor. It's just, with this offensive line, no quarterback can have success. That's not a bad idea, Bob Flash. That's not the worst idea. Tiamu have a little bit more of mobility. But the only thing why I'm not saying like that is like yes, guarantee, is because like Tiamu is struggling in a system that currently is not utilizing his mobility. He wouldn't really find success in Memphis's system because their system that's not built around a mobile quarterback. Though Cookus in DC, I do kind of like the sound of that. That certainly is I wouldn't say a possibility, as I think both teams are happy with their quarterbacks, especially DC after today. Like Tiamu was finding his rhythm a little bit, but I definitely think with like a just a slightly better offensive line. I think yeah, DC loves Tiamu. Memphis I think loves Cookus as well. It's just that offensive line of Memphis is giving him no benefits of the doubt. As ball now on the 25-yard line, first play of the fourth quarter. Martinez alone in the backfield, five receivers out wide. Looking to throw, going to throw it outside quick to Dion Kane. Is caught, gets upfield for the first down, and tiptoes down the sideline to about the 5-yard line. Oh yeah, Memphis for sure is completely mentally drained. Because I mean, like Cookins has been sacked 5 times tonight, 11 times total this season. Like the offensive line is mentally like out of it because they're like, okay, we cannot. What's the point? We can't stop him anyway. Cookis is mentally out of it because the offensive line's not giving him time. It's just all just rough. As Martinez with the back to his right is going to hand it off to Ricky Person, trying to find some space up the middle and bulldozes his way for a Birmingham touchdown to extend the lead to make it 27-12. It's the offensive line is mentally drained because they're not able to create time for Cookus. Cookus is mentally drained because he keeps getting fucking sacked and hit. And then the defense is mentally drained because they're on the field for like fucking 5 minutes for like the majority of each quarter. It's just, yeah, Birmingham has severe, like Birmingham is properly beaten Memphis. As Birmingham is going for a 1 point try from the 2-yard line, Martinez and shotgun going to hand it off to Amari Rogers on the jet sweep and loses 3 yards on the play. Couldn't even find the outside. So it will stay a 15-point game. It stays at 2 possessions. And who knows, maybe Memphis can find something here and have an epic comeback like we've seen multiple times this season so far from teams. It's unlikely, but who knows? And yeah, I feel bad for Case Cookus because he like in the USFL, Cookus was in a great situation in Philadelphia with the Stars, and then the merger happens. The Stars are gone. He has to adapt to Memphis's style. It's rough. He went from they were runner ups at one point, and now he's playing on the team that can barely protect him. I know I probably shouldn't make this joke, considering like what happened in week 1 of the college season with the college team I root for, with them playing the whole like Kent State and all that. But I'm more so referencing Shannon Sharp here, so I'm using that as my leeway. Memphis, the only way Cookus is going to find time and protection is if they call the National Guard. Like, he has nothing going on in the offensive line. It honestly might be a better decision just to do that. Because, like, this offensive line is, jeez, it's bad. They might need to take Shannon Sharp's advice. Who was the? I know that joke was also made by an NFL player, not someone recently. Yeah, move the pocket definitely is what they need, but it's hard to move the pocket when you can't even protect. When you can't even get a pocket formed. It's hard to move the pocket. And for the championship game, St. Louis and Birmingham. I know I have San Antonio as the one spot for power rankings. but I think it's going to be Birmingham and St. Louis. The only reason San Antonio is that high is, well, there's multiple reasons, but one of the main reasons is because St. Louis is at 101 currently, and they haven't played St. Louis yet. Like I think when those two eventually match up, St. Louis is a better team, but San Antonio has just made the most out of their matchup so far. The kick is on the way, going to be returned from about the 8 yard line and tackled at around the 29. There's a flag on the play, so we'll see. I would not be shocked. Would not be shocked if they send in Troy Williams just to protect Case Cookus. This game is it's in a rough spot. It's going to be Holden on the return team that pushes them back even more. I could see Michigan making the playoffs. They won't beat Birmingham though in the playoffs. But yeah, Troy Williams is in the game. Again, it's more so a decision to just protect Case Cookus. In shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left, going to hand it off. And they find some running room for Titus Sween. Gets about 6 on the play. Yeah, it's for me, it's between St. Louis and San Antonio for the XFL conference. Then yeah, I guess it would have to be between Birmingham and Michigan for the USFL conference. Michigan is just Birmingham is just a better team in the USFL conference, so it's tough to say. They hand it off again. He trips behind the line of scrimmage and barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4. My only thing with Michigan, and we'll see how they play tomorrow. Michigan's offense fucking sucks. Like, it is one is not is it sucks because one is not a fun offense to watch, and two, they can't do fucking shit when it comes to the passing game, or really the run game for that matter. Trey Williams going to pass on 3rd down, caught by Jonathan Adams for the first. Like, Michigan's offense has flashes. EJ Perry is just not consistent enough. Wes Hill's not consistent. The run game's not consistent. There's nothing consistent about that offense. The defense is elite. The special teams unit is elite. The offense looks worse than like fucking Tulane's offense. Williams gonna roll out to his right and just throws it away. But hey, they moved the pocket. They used the mobility on a naked bootleg. Oh, for sure. If Michigan just had some kind of consistency on the offense side of the ball, they could be an elite team. And Mike, like, here's the thing when it comes to the consistency for Michigan's offense. They don't need to consistently be scoring touchdowns every play. They just need to consistently get to the 54-yard line, and they're guaranteed points. The 54-yard line, the 46-yard line. That's what. Right? Yeah. 45. Williams back to pass on 2nd and 10. Trying to step up in the pocket. Going to be sacked for a loss of 1. I said Tulane as the comparison because I, for some reason, could not think of any other AAC school. As there's a player down for Birmingham. I believe that's going to be Carlos Davis being checked at. I just couldn't think of a different AAC school. I mean, I could have. I could have said USF, but USF is bad. They were decent last year. They're bad. Horns down. I could have said Temple, but Temple's trash. Could have said Navy, but no. Who else is in the AAC? UAB, but they're playing Birmingham, so man, I don't know if I don't know if Memphis's offensive line would be able to hold in a slight breeze. I forgot ECU existed. I don't know why, but I forgot East Carolina existed. They're not a bad school. For some reason Tulane was the first one to come to mind. Probably because I saw some highlights of Michael Pratt, the other or Pruitt, the quarterback who's coming out of the draft to the draft. I saw some highlights of him earlier today, so Tulane's just on the mind. True, this O line cannot block the sun. If you were wearing eclipse glasses built out of Memphis O linemen, you would be more than blind. Yeah, I mean that game's gonna be in Memphis, so who knows? But Memphis' schedule leading up to that game is not easy at all. So like, they're going to need to figure out something with that offensive line if they're going to have much of a say in how the late season pans out. But I definitely do like the decision of Cookus being out for this fourth quarter. You can't risk him being injured. They couldn't block the fat eye. Troy Williams on 3rd and 11. Birmingham looks like they're sending pressure. In shotgun back to his right. Birmingham falls back, but just instantly sacked. Instantly sacked again. That is the Marcus Michelle on the sack. There's a flag on the play. But that right tackle, jeez, that right tackle got completely bulldozed. I mean, no question. As soon as the ball was snapped, he was on his back basically. It's gonna be holding on Memphis. The penalty is declined. The right tackle held as he was being bulldozed to the ground. It doesn't matter. Gee, that's just a. The right tackle ended up in the fetal position. Are you? Jesus Christ. Yeah, and he got called for holding. Yeah, Zach Potter. He's done a great job finding talent for Birmingham. The punt's gonna be returned from about the 35, and his own player pretty much has to tackle him at the 40. Yeah, we thought DC's O line was bad earlier today, or like last week. Nope, Memphis. How how do you get bulldozed so bad? Not only do you get called for holding, you end up in the fetal position. He ain't even injured. Man, just that scared. Adrian Martinez is still in the game for reasons I don't know. There's no need for it. Andre Dillard flashbacks. Man, he's looking like Jesse Davis out here. That was fuck Jesse Davis. Martinez and shotgun, three receivers to the left, back to his right. Looking to throw, just dumps it off to CJ Marable in the flat, and he works his way for about 5 yards. It was number 77, the O lineman. Jerron Jones. Yeah, he's looking like mostly like Jesse Davis. Jeez. Or like year one Austin Jackson. That was something to watch. This Martinez in shotgun, back to his left, three receivers to the left. Memphis trying to send a corner blitz. It gets eaten up well. Deion Kane is wide open, alone down the sideline. Down, gets tackled at about the 15. Yeah, this game is getting ugly. I would think after this drive, if Birmingham gets the ball back, they would throw in Matt Corral. Cordell Volson and Jonah Williams combined. Jeez. It's honestly, can we just start listing off random fucking terrible right tackles now? uh, Throwing nearly intercepted but incomplete. 9:44 left in the fourth. Like, who was on? Because the hold on, who is the Panthers O line this past season? Because that was a pretty shit O line. Is the NC State tackle still the right tackle for Carolina? Ekme something, I cannot remember his name. I wanted Miami to draft him when he was coming out of college. Martinez shotgun back to his left, looking to throws it to Deion Kane over the middle, who's going to get 4 yards on the play to make third down. He's the left tackle. Taylor Motton, Carolina's right tackle. Pretty much all of this fucking Carolina O line is. Ekme Ekwanu. Butcher that pronunciation. That's because he was never played for Miami. If you play for Miami, I can pretty much get your pronunciation pretty well because I've heard it a bunch. A 3rd and 5, Martinez and shotgun back to his left, looking to throw, stepping up in the pocket, gonna take it himself, has plenty of space, walks in untouched, touchdown Birmingham. And yeah, they are solidly running away with this one. I'm sure now Martinez will be off the field with this sizable of a lead. But yeah, the center got blown up, but Martinez does a nice job moving around in the pocket. Case Cook is take notes. The other O line I would want to watch for comparisons or look at for comparison. Who was on the Commanders O line this past season? As Howell was sacked the most. Yeah, Birmingham does have massive home field. It's what Birmingham, DC, and St. Louis are the 3 biggest home field advantages. As the 1-point try is no good. CJ Marable gets stood up at the 1. It's secretly Isaiah Wilson. That's a fair bet. That is a very fair bet. Jeez, yeah, Isaiah Wilson, man. Miami traded for him, and he lasted like a week in the offseason. Right? Or did he? I don't think he didn't get playing time for Miami. I know that. Andrew Weil is the right tackle for Washington. Also got Charles Leno, Samuel Cosme. Man, this O line, and they've still got like 8.5 minutes left in the game. Man, I feel bad for Troy Williams. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, he did not make Miami's starting roster. He only played 1 game for Tennessee. Jeez. See, it's DC is undefeated at home. St. Louis can bring in 40,000 fans, so they have the 12th man. And Birmingham, they're just a really, really good fucking team, which is gonna bring in fans. Like they're gonna be the highest attended USFL conference home game, and it's deserved. What was another bad Miami Dolphins O line year? Yeah, the fly in the wall in Memphis's GM's room, right in the suite right now, where he's watching, would be beautiful. And okay, the pronunciation was close. I have, I have I can pronounce the tough last names pretty well because my last name is pretty tough to pronounce. So like I can get a pretty solid just feel. Okwanu, okay. Because like, I've been getting into the NHL this past season really heavily, and like those some of those last names, who they take a while. It's always the case like once I hear them like once or twice, I can get the pronunciation down pretty easily. The kickoff is going to be returned from nope. It's going to be nope. Getting returned from inside the five. I don't know what his plan was there. So he gets tackled at about the 15, maybe the 17-yard line. Memphis gonna have terrible field position. I mean, I've just like it's pronunciation of names. I can get pretty handily once I hear it a few times. So the only reason why like I wasn't sure about Ekmez is because I do not watch fucking Panther games. Why would I? I don't hate myself that much to watch the Panthers play. I mean, I did once last season. That's just because they played Miami. As Williams is going to dump it off to his back and it's off his hands, incomplete. Titus Sween, the intended target, and there's 8:20 left in this game. So it's a 21-point game. Most likely could be more. So let's just see. Let's just let Birmingham run up the score. Fuck it. Why not? Williams and shotgun back to his right. Two receivers each side looking to throw. Quick passes it to Jonathan Adams and is through his hands incomplete. It was a little high. Yep, that's just great. At least the clock's ticking. They've definitely adjusted the offense for this drive. It's not been working. Yeah, now the receivers have the hands equivalent to the first half of season Kansas City Chiefs receiver core. As Williams looking to throw in third and 10, rolling out to his right, going to dump it off to his running back, who spins and gets the first down to about the 30-yard line. That is Darius Victor. And yeah, offensive line's the equivalent of the Washington Commanders. Receiving core is the equivalent of this past season's Chiefs O line. Williams back to pass. And gonna dump it off again to the running back Titus Sween. Breaks off one tackle, gains about 8 on the play. Yeah, the 20. You know, the only thing that I find funny, well, I find a lot of things funny about 28-3. But the main thing is it was Shanahan who called the offense, and that he's 0-3 in Super Bowls as the ball's handed off to Titus Sween. Has some space on the left side, can get the first down a little more, down to about the 44-45. It's less that Williams is slowing down the D line. It's just that the D line is not really trying anymore as this game's out of reach. But the fact that it was Shanahan who called 28-3 for the offense of Atlanta, and there's a stat now that he's 0-3 in Super Bowls, all of them having blown leads. It's hilarious. Williams in shotgun back to his left, looking to throw, and just gonna tump it off to his running back once again. Titus Sween makes a man miss, gets past the 50 to about the 49-yard line. That's one thing he's also doing better than Case Cook is he's just dumping it off. Only reason Dan Quinn hasn't seen a Super Bowl since is because he went to Dallas afterwards. As Williams is going to throw it outside, caught by Vinny Papale, and he's going to get the first down and more to about the 41-yard line. Now, yeah, if you want to end up going back to a Super Bowl after like losing one like Dan Quinn, do not pick fucking Dallas. Just don't pick Dallas. Ain't gonna happen. And now he's in Washington. Like, does he want to go back to a Super Bowl? He went to Dallas, and now he's the head coach at Washington. Like, do you want to try to save your legacy? Williams back to throw. Gonna throw it outside. Gonna be caught for a gain of about 8 on the play. That was Lee Morris on the reception. Like, Dan Quinn is legit going to retire and his legacy be 28-3. Because he just says he's not picked good locations to go to afterwards to save his legacy. Goes to Dallas. The defense crumbles in the playoffs. Now he's in Washington, a team that has no defense to begin with. As Williams going to play action throw in and just short arms to throw to Lee Morris. Incomplete, 3rd and 1. I tried an RPO there. It does seem like that the Commanders are becoming a retirement home team, which makes no sense to me. Like the average age of their roster with all these sign-ins that they did in the offseason has to be close to like 30, 31. They try a QB sneak on 3rd and 1. They might give him the first. The far judge is at least saying first down. So yeah, first down, they're moving the sticks on a simple QB draw. Wait, who was the head coach for the Falcons in the Super Bowl against Denver? As Birmingham sent in blitz on 1st and 10, and he's taken down for a sack by the 40-yard line. That is Jordan Thompson on the sack, and Troy Williams loses a large chunk of yards. Again, Birmingham sends they send 6 on the play, and there's just no time at all. Eight sacks today for Birmingham. Jeez. There's a very real chance they get to 10. Except maybe the trick for Atlanta, if they want to actually win a Super Bowl, is get someone named Danny. Or like extend the name of Dan. Just don't cut it off at Dan. Yeah, like Michigan's offensive line played terribly last week as well against Birmingham, against 7 sacks last week. I don't quite remember how they did against Arlington, but I know they stopped Arlington's run game really well in week 1. As Williams back to pass, quick throwing outside, Air Mails is intended target of Jonathan Adams. Maybe it's definitely Birmingham's defensive line is elite. Because like they're just controlling this game. They've been controlling the game the entire time. They controlled last week's game, and then in the second half against Arlington, they controlled that game. It's a very impressive. Dan Reeves was okay. Yeah, just stop with the Dans. Get someone with like a Daniel or Danny. That should work because then. Well, Trey Williams back to pass on 3rd and 16. throw in and air mails to the intended target would be fourth down. Because you see, Ballflash, the issue is the Falcons in those Super Bowls, they've played well for 3 of the 4 quarters. You need someone with a 4-letter first name or longer that also has Dan in it. And that should be the missing piece. I don't know if I don't know. I don't even know if there's a head coach candidate coming up who fits that criteria. But find them and hire them. 4th and 16. They need a miracle here to even make this game close. Williams chucks one deep, and it's intercepted at the 2-yard line by Daniel Isom. And that's definitely the game. Just shy of the 2-minute warning, but yeah, this game is over. Danny Edlin. Yeah, that mercifully ends it. If Danny Edling becomes a extremely successful NFL head coach, I don't fucking know, man. If that happens, incredible. But I doubt that happens. And Martinez is still in the game, going to hand it off to Ricky Person, bounces off one defender, and gets the first down. Gives them enough breathing room as we enter the 2-minute warning to just run out the clock from here. So yeah, Birmingham really did not want Matt Corral to see the field. Okay. As Adrian Martinez still being in this game is risky and questionable, but I guess it does guarantee you can still pick up a first down if you need to. But again, I highly doubt Memphis is going to call their timeouts at this stage of the game. If they do, fuck them. There's no need for it. I mean, maybe you want to try to make this game salvageable, the film salvageable in some way, but this is a burn to film kind of game for Memphis. They need to just burn it, forget about it, bury it, whatever. And folks, they play St. Louis next week in St. Louis. Jeez, man. I keep forgetting about that for some reason. That game should be something, all right. Like they have the ball. I just don't know why Corral isn't in because you don't want Martinez getting injured. Uh, yeah, Jamar Smith is listed as the third QB, which I mean, hey, Martinez earned the starting job for the rest of the year with how he played today. So, well, because no, the broadcast talked about it a little bit because he was at the game, but Alex McGo probably mispronounced his last name because I haven't seen it since the beginning of the game. But he's at the game. He's now on the Packers roster, and they were highlighting him. I think they said he was the quarterback for last year, or at least he was like the MVP last year for the USFL. We had to highlight in tomorrow's slate of games: Houston at Michigan and St. Louis at San Antonio. That St. Louis San Antonio game should be really really good. As it seemed like they're discussing something with Martinez near the sideline. Martinez is still the quarterback. Oh wait, they're calling it 1st and 11 at the 1. There might have been a hold in or something that was discussed at the break. But yeah, Martinez in shotgun back to his left in his own end zone. On 1st and 11, looking to throw. Throws it outside and incomplete. Had a receiver open, but kind of just airmails it. Yes, my plan is to do every single game I can for the UFL season. So I believe next week is because I know it's the case where there's 2 games on at 7. I've joked about it. I might as the whole call them both games thing, but I think the primary game is going to be the primary game is going to be the Stallions game for next week. But I'll probably do my best to call both games just for like during commercials or stuff, as Martinez is going to be sacked for a safety. So Memphis, they're going to get points and get the ball back. Okay, this game is long over, but it's now a 19. It's still a 3 possession game. It's a 19-point game. Maybe if this would have made it an 18-point game, they would have had more of a shot. But I mean, this game is still pretty much over. Got the wrong thing for that. There we go. I don't know. That was weird. And not just running the ball as well. Like, I don't get the point in what that series was. I mean, it killed some clock. It killed 10 minutes, 11 seconds of clock, I mean. So, like, it accomplished something, I guess. It's questionable. Yes, the 27th, I will be off. I have stuff to attend to that night when the games are happening. But next week, I'll be doing all the games. And I'll do all the games tomorrow. There will be something on the 27th to replace the stream, but I'll discuss it as we get closer. As the safety punt return gets to about the 38-yard line. Yeah, so like, the plan is like as of right now, the only day I'm missing is the 27th. I plan to do every other game besides that. And then when the NFL comes around, assuming I don't know my full schedule yet for the fall. Assuming I'm able to, I plan to do every primetime game, every Dolphin game, and every Arizona Cardinal game. Dump off to the back, Titus Sween going to get 5 yards. Maybe not every game where Marvin Harrison Jr. gets drafted to for that team, because my buddy Tosid, who's you're gonna see him when we get NBA content in here. He's riding with Marvin Harrison Jr. until Alec Anunaber enters the league. As Trey Williams going to pass it outside, going to be caught past the 50 for the first down, and more down to about the 44-yard line. Yeah, so his favorite team is going to be whoever drafts Marvin Harrison Jr. until his favorite college player enters the league, which is Alec Anunaber out of Stanford. Once he enters the league, he's going to be following him, because again, he's not a massive NFL guy. As going to throw it across the middle, incomplete. Try hitting a seam route, and there's just no separation there. 2nd and 10. Yeah, so like, you're gonna be seeing it come the fall. You're gonna be seeing a lot of this phase. Somehow my laptop got unplugged there. Oh yeah, the prevent defense prevents winning whenever it's a close game. That's the motto I always go with. Trey Williams looking to throw, going to dump it off over the middle, wide open space to run. Gets to the 30-yard line. That is D. Anderson on the receptions. Yeah, this is just stat padding at this point. A ball on the 30, looking to throw. Going to throw it over the middle and a dump off. Going to get the first down and more, down to about the 13-yard line. That's Titus Sween. Yeah. I do hate that I'm going to be missing the 27th, but that's just, it's because of things I can't really control. It's more, I mean, I can, but like, I want to be a part of what's going on, what I have going on the 27th, so that's why I'm missing it. I'm missing that day for the play-by plays. I don't think the games that day are going to necessarily be great, though, so I think. That's week 5 games. Yeah, I'm not. The Saturday games on the 27th, they're alright. But the Sunday games, though, those are going to be fun. So yeah, 1st and 10, 32 seconds left. Memphis is trying to make this game look less of a blowout. They have one timeout left. I'm not sure when they called their second timeout, but they have one timeout left. Ball on the 13-yard line. Williams in shotgun back to his right, looking to throw. And escaping pressure, rolling to the right, going to throw it towards the end zone, and incomplete. There is going to be a flag on the play in the end zone for a defensive pass interference as we keep extending the length of this game. So yeah, defensive pass interference in the end zone. Going to bring the ball, I think, close to the 1 yard line, I think. I know they don't handle it the same way that the NFL does. Ball on the 2 yard line. And shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Trey Williams looking to pass. Going to throw it over the middle. It is caught. But he gets stonewalled at the half-yard line. Sorry, at the half-yard line. That was DeAndre Overton on the reception. And Memphis is calling their final timeout. He just gets stonewalled at the half-yard line. Great job by number 22, Lorenzo Burns, to prevent him from getting in the end zone. Again, now ball is going to be basically at the half-yard line, more so the 1 yard line. With 17 seconds left, 2nd and goal. Williams in shotgun, back to his left. Moving the 2 tight ends from the right to the left. Going to hand it off up the middle to Titus Sween. And he gets in for the touchdown to make this game look a little less of a blowout. But they're getting the offense going a little too late, and mainly because of the prevent defense. And now the game clock is also showing zeros. And they reverted the touchdown. So okay. Either way, the game's apparently over. Oh, no. Titus Sween was actually down short of the goal line. So it's no touchdown. And the game is over with a final score of 33-14. This was Birmingham's 10th consecutive win. And man, was it a dominating performance. This was more so what I was expecting out of Birmingham earlier, like in week 1. And a big part of what... Have yourself a good night too, John Smith. A big part of why Birmingham finally got stuff going is because they stuck to a single quarterback the entire game. This game alone is going to be my evidence in the future for why I do not like a two quarterback system. But yeah, that'll be it. We got two games tomorrow, one at noon, one at 3 p.m. So it's probably just going to be one long 6 hour long live stream for both of them, because the UFL does not like scheduling games to where I have time in between most times. So thank you all for tuning in. Again, we'll be right back here tomorrow at noon. So hope to see you all back here. Subscribe, do you know the drill, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have yourselves a damn good one.